Hey everyone, welcome. So, in today's video, we will take a tour around Google Meet as a video conferencing tool, using it as a tutor or for whatever purpose you want to use it. Let's see the features it has to offer. I'm pretty excited. All right, let's dive right into it. So, all you need to do is head onto your Google browser. I use Chrome for my browsing. So when you get here, what you will simply do is head on to this. Can you see this Google Apps here, just close to your profile picture here? So you have this. All you need to do is simply scroll down. You can see Meet here. That's one of the Google Apps. Then you can actually just click on it. Alternatively, you could just type it in. But I love this is the safest and easiest way to just go about it and get the real deal. Now here it's going to bring you to this spot. Now, bringing you to this spot, it gives you option to either start a new meeting. When you click on start a new meeting, if you want to create a meeting for later, of course, to schedule meetings for your class, for subsequent classes you're going to have, you click on the first one. If you want to just have an instant meeting, you click on the second one. And then if you want to go on to schedule in Google Calendar, you can also use the third one. So for this video, I will just take an instant meeting just to show you what the interface looks like and what is obtainable there. In subsequent video, I will teach you how to schedule your class in Google Calendar so that you can use the same link over and over time. All right. In that way, you are able to use a particular link for one child. You don't have to keep generating new links all the time. All right, let's get right into it. So I'm going to start an instant meeting. I click on instant meeting. So it's going to redirect you to the page. So you hold on a little while it loads up. Okay, here we are. It brings you to this page, getting you ready. And then it's going to bring you to the point where it will ask you if you want to share this or if you don't want to share. If you want to share with others, you can here copy the link and share with others depending on what you want to do and how you want to go about it. So it's totally up to you. Okay, so when you copy the link, you can share, you copy, you go on and share with others, or if you want to add others instantly, when you do that, it gives you option as to invite them, type their mails, and then welcome them to your space. All right, so I'm not inviting anyone, so I'm just going to close this. Okay, so here we have the series of things that are obtainable here. First of all, like I always mention, be sure your mic is on so that you can enable a sound hearing for your listeners. The next one is your video. You would want them to see you, so you turn on your camera and they get to see you. The next thing you have here is the share screen option. Now, in sharing screen option, it's up to you. If you want to share a Chrome tab, you select the Chrome tab. Then usually either you'll be pop up here. You have options here to pick out from when you pick out what you want to share. That's why I mentioned it last time in but before you share your screen, ensure that you have opened the tab you need. It will be displayed down in your tools bar at your on your screen there, your computer. So you have your tax bar rather, you have them displayed. So open the file you want to share. It will pop up here at the Chrome tab you want to share. Okay, same with Windows as well. Which one would you like to also work with? Then we have entire screen. Which one would you like to work with? So it's up to you to choose. Entire screen, like I mentioned, means you're sharing everything. Everything on your screen will be seen. So it depends on what you want to share. Usually, I do this. I use entire screen when I'm making a PowerPoint presentation because PowerPoint presentation, when you share your slide, it takes up the entire screen. So entire screen will help you navigate swiftly with ease. Okay, so that's it for sharing of your screen when you have something to show them or you want to teach them using your presenting your worksheet and then you're trying to give examples, you need to share your screen for them to see what you're writing on. Okay. Speaking of writing on, you will need a board where you're going to display what they need to do. Okay. So we're going to get to that area where you're going to get your board. Right. Also, the next thing you will also need here, emojis. I love emojis because it helps you to be able to appreciate these learners, celebrate them, laugh, find it funny when you're laughing with them. Now, you can also have them, um, what's it called? Have them send emojis if you're feeling happy or sad. They get to engage with you. Also, guys, there is actually an interesting addition to Google Meet. And the interesting addition is the caption. Yes, the caption where you get to say something, and in case the child needs to follow and needs to read what you're saying, it actually does pop up. And that's the next one we have here, the captions. So I'm turning on the caption. Everything I say going forward, you can see it written here. So that's an amazing feature that Google Meet has. It's an exciting feature, actually. I love this one. So if you have a foreign learner who is speaking through the nose, like we rightly say, or like we jokingly say most of the time, you can actually ask them to turn on their caption and then you get to read what they are saying. Okay. Now, another feature we have here is the raise your hand. So if a child has something to say, it's going to indicate here that the child wants to say something. They've raised their hands. Okay. Additionally, you see these three options, that's where a lot of magic happens as well. Here you have lots of options as to what to do. If you want a full screen, you give a full screen. You tap on it and see what it has. You have open picture in picture. I will teach you what that does subsequent time because it has a beautiful feature, especially when you're sharing your screen, but I will come back to that. Background effect. If you're in a place where it's you don't like the background, that you have. Probably there are lots of the effect. Probably there's no light or the effect around that you don't really like it, or you don't have such aesthetics for your in your room or whichever room you're using. These are options you have to use if you want to make your screen blurry, so they don't get to your learners don't get to see what's in your background. Hence, not even distracting them. You can use any of this feature. Once you tap on them, the effect will take place immediately. So you have lots and series of options here. I will advise don't go with something too busy so you don't distract your learners. So this gives you an option of what? Of fine background. So your face, the focus will be only on your will only be your face, then the background is covered with any of the pictures you have here. Please do give it a trial, you will love it. Okay, so going further, here we have participant. This is where you get to see the people in the meeting. So you see here the contributors. Here is also where you get to accept people, learners. Probably you already started the class and the child will now join in. You come here, you accept them. It rings at the it's a phone ringing. It gives you a tone of a phone. Then you come there and accept your learners. Okay. So that's it for this one participant. You can also add more people or search for more people via the invites you have generated earlier. So here we have the chat. In the chat box, you get to talk to your learners, you get to speak with them, you get to talk to them as much as you should, as much as you would engage them in conversations or even have them talk with you where necessary. Okay, in order not to even distract your class. So instead of raising their hand, they could just drop you a message. Probably they couldn't hear you or they need you to expand on something else. Okay, also here, let me mention that Google Meet does not have an inbuilt whiteboard, just like we looked at in Zoom. Rather, when you come to the meeting tools here, you would have options as to what you can more possibly use. There are some features here that are amazing. You can actually take your time and just go through them. But when you will need a whiteboard to work on, usually what I do is to install. When I come here, it gives you option of what you want. So when it pops up the different option you will require, all you need to do is to type in. You give it a minute just to load up the information you require. Then you get to type in what you want. Now, Micro is actually a collaborative whiteboard where you can actually use. Figma is another one that you can also use. I will usually advise you go and explore and see what you can actually, the features it has, and see if it's something you can work with. We also have collaborative whiteboard. Usually, this collaborative whiteboard are situation where you have to also share the link with your child so that the child can see. So you get to install them, and when you install them, they will reflect. Kahoot is a beautiful game site you can also use to do your teaching. You can also come here and type anyone you have in mind. We're going to have a special class where we're going to treat about whiteboards and how to go about them and how to use them in teaching. So in that way, we'll know which one we'll use and alternative ones we can also use. So that's basically what we have here. And then it will require to share once you've downloaded. So for now, let's stick to what is affordable, what is feasible here, what we have here, what Google has to offer. So let's leave the marketplace first. Okay. So once you've done any download, it's going to come here, just below here where you have this recording. All of them are going to line up here. The entire image, the entire things you've installed here, they will all line up here for your use. So anytime you want to use them or each one you don't have to install again, you begin to use from here. Okay, so that's basically the features we have for Google Meet. And then if there is any other thing you think we've missed, kindly ensure you add to us. Tell us in the comment section if you've used this and how effective it has been. Before I forget, there's one more feature. You as the host, you have the controls here. So this is where you get to control what the child does or what your participant does in the meeting. So if you want them to, this enables them to also share their screen. This helps them to send their reactions as well. So if you want them to, if you do not want them to, you disable them. So you turn on the microphone. All of these are actually where you get to do all of your settings, and from there you pick up from where you stop. So if you feel we have missed anything, kindly let me know in this comment section. Other than that, thank you. Would be bad. See you guys in our next video. Bye.